Hello everyone and welcome back to Train Simulator 2015 with Swanage Railway Modeller. Now today we'll be driving the class 220 as shown here by Just Trains on the London-Brighton route for Train Simulator 2015. We'll be driving unit number 220004 between Brighton and East Croydon, where another driver will take over the service to Birmingham New Street. Now, as I said earlier, I'm going to reiterate my point. We're driving the Just Trains Class 220 Voyager, which is a lovely, superbly detailed locomotive. Well, there are a few flaws and pros and cons that I will go through on this video. So the Class 220s in which we're driving were originally built between 2000 and 2001 at the start of the 21st century. When they were in service, they started with Virgin Trains and the Cross Country franchise as well as the West Coast Main Line. When Virgin lost the Cross Country franchise in 2007, the units were passed on to their successor, Arriva Trains Cross Country, which is the livery and the operating company of the train that we are driving today. As you can see, it is in the brown Cross Country livery, which I think looks very smart. So first of all, let's get into the cab. So hello driver, please press T to load passengers and then set up your cab ready for departure at 14:22. So let's open the doors with the very nice door opening animation sound, which is, I love that. I think it's very good. Now to start up the train is pretty basic. You insert the master key, then you move the reverser into forward and then on again into neutral. Cancel the warning and then move it up again into forwards and cancel the audible warning once more. Just going to move down the brake slightly. Now you check all the systems. So you start with the head or marker lights. Now you get all the modes in here. So that's off, marker, day, backup, night backup, hazard, tail and off. We're going to put them on day to day as well. We're travelling in the day. And what else do we have to do before we start? So amongst the incredible features, this train also has a working NRN radio test call.
Welcome to the remote radio test unit. Please leave your message after the tone.
This is an NRN radio test call.
So there you go, a working NRN radio test. We've also got the buzzers, a signal to the guard, instrument light, main cab lighting, emergency brake, the AWS of course, and a lovely two-tone horn. Right away driving, next stop Gatwick Airport, 14:50 to 52. So let's just cancel the driver reminder appliance because the signal up ahead is, well, it's green. So let's put the combined throttle into off position and just begin powering up our locomotive ready for departure from Brighton platform 7. On departure the speed limit is a 25, so we have to watch that when leaving. Now basically the 220s are part of a family of trains called Voyagers, and they consist of the Class 220 Voyager, in which we're driving, and the 221 Super Voyager trains. The Super Voyagers are basically the same as the Voyagers, and they're identical except for the 221s, which come in a 5-car configuration, and the 220s come in a 4-car configuration. Also the 221 has a slightly different bogie, which are the wheels on the bottom of the train. They're slightly modified. Anyway, as we're approaching our 25 limit, we're just going to check our speed, make sure we don't overspeed too much. There we go, that's good. Let's have a look at some of the other features this train has. So you have a clipboard, so you can light up where you're putting your notes and things. That's a very nice light, the clipboard light is, and it's common very, very nice on these Just Trains pack. They do include all this wonderful detail. We've got climate control. Off, slow, mode fast, auto and emergency. I'm going to put it on mode fast for the moment. You've also got a how hot or cold it is. You've got a thermometer type thing here, so you can choose how hot or cold it is. Currently it's on 8 degrees and you can't change that, so we're just going to have to cool the passengers. They're going to have to wear all their winter jackets on board this train. What else do we have? Right, we also have a wiper which comes in 3 modes actually: off, slow, fast and fat. I think you've got the 4 modes. That one can't make that out, that's a bit strange, but I'm going to put it in slow mode anyway. As you can see, here comes another Brighton bound, class 377. As you can see, as we give him a friendly hoot, the horn inside the cab is very different from the horn outside the cab, and that's quite realistic because they are like that in real life as well, which is that's a nice feature, so I congratulate Just Trains on that. Also, you have a working TMS touch screen, although I don't want to play with that at the moment because it's all set correctly for this journey. You've got all these lights, you've got TMS fault safety systems, data recording, couple buttons. I don't want to uncouple my train. Engine start, stop. That's a funny thing. If you're going through a car wash, well, not a car wash, but in fact a train wash, you have a limit of 3 miles an hour on British Railways. So what you can do is you can press that button there, and it will limit your train's power. No matter what power setting you're on, it will limit it to 3 miles an hour, so you don't overspeed coming through the car wash. That, I think, is a very nice system. So I congratulate Just Trains on that. Also, I think the sounds of this train are pretty good. They are rather impressive, as you can see, and we're actually coping quite well. We've got to watch our speed. In the driver view, you've got, of course, 2 driver views. You've got the principal one where the driver's sitting with his controls, and then you've got the advisor's seat. You've also, of course, got your little audible alert which comes along. DSD. I think you've got that brake pad should operate. Should cancel the alarm, but I don't think it works, which is quite annoying. Oh, thank goodness we weren't speeding there at all, hopefully. Right, we are all clear for the moment. Also, this train has a very nice passenger view, which is quite unbelievable. I mean, look at this. I think it's still, I'm just thinking, I think this might be, is this Virgin livery passenger view? I think this is Virgin livery before Cross Country took it over, because I believe they've got slightly different passenger views. And in real life, actually, in real life they have slightly different interiors. This is, I believe, a Virgin interior from the days when Virgin, up until November 2007, when Virgin operated on this franchise, on the Cross Country franchise, until it got took over by Arriva Trains with the current franchise. As you can see, there's someone's phone is going off, which is a lovely feature. Also, you got the announcement board saying this is Coach C, which is correct because they name the coaches. So you've got Coach A up at the front, Coach B, Coach C, Coach D. Although in the 221s you also have a Coach E, which isn't modelled in the 220 though, because it's only 4 coach. As you can see, we're now accelerating up as we've just passed our 90 mile an hour limit. It's just the vast amount of trees is causing it to lag a bit. I'm going to have to worry about that a teeny bit. Just Trains models are a bit famous on Train Simulator for causing it to lag quite a bit, because this one especially requires a vast amount of processing power because of all the things you can do on board this train, all the different features. You've got instrument lighting, main cab lighting, auxiliary cab lighting, AWS, guard signal, which goes, well, like you expect. I believe also, if you go into the advisor's seat, you also have an emergency stop button in case, and a working horn, which is very nice. You've also got the emergency equipment, which is slightly poorly represented in this case by a bit of an awfully textured 3D but 2D model. It doesn't look incredible. So that's a bit of a disappointing thing. The second disappointing thing about this train, which I will show you when we are coming into the next station, is the braking on this train is rather pitiful. It is quite slow and cumbersome when braking, and so therefore we should watch it, and I will be I will be starting braking for stations slower than I ordinarily would, but thankfully we don't have to need to brake for the moment, yet at least, because our next station is Gatwick Airport, which is in about 17 miles from our current position. I mean, this section of the route is a bit iffy, because all there really is well, trees, the occasional platform, although to keep our amusement up we have got some, it looks like we're going to be chasing aspects, and my frame rate just tragically dropped there. Yeah, it's gaining back up. There we go. I must say though, this kind of scenario requires a lot of processing power from my computer, which isn't, to be honest, it isn't the best anyway at gaming. It's pretty good when it comes to creating documents and things like that, but it's a bit of not a very good gaming computer, let's just say. And it looks like, and we'll probably be correct on this front, it looks like we are following another service. So let's just center on our player and let's just go up. So that's double yellow, that's single yellow, okay, and that's red because we have another Littlehampton to Victoria service in front of us. So let's just watch this. Oh gosh, let's just start braking a bit, because as you probably saw, the next station the next signal is probably going to be a single yellow. I am going to look at that, 74% braking, and this train's braking is rather pitiful, as I said before. It just looks like we're probably going to be chasing aspects in this case, until the train comes in towards Three Bridges, when it should stop there. Oh no, Hayward's Heath. I think it stops at Hayward's Heath. Littlehampton to Victoria. I believe it stops. Yeah, it stops at Hayward's Heath, which is where we have to watch our speed. Is that a single yellow? And that means I require immediate braking. Double yellow. Right, this is quite fun. Just gonna watch my speed now. Bring it down. There we go, that's good. Just going to watch the next signal. It's a single yellow still. I'm just going to release the brake at the moment. I'm going to put on any power. I'm going to just idle it. Put on a very small amount of brake, because as you can see, at 62 miles an hour we are just chasing this train in front of us. At the moment we're just getting single yellows, which then clear to double yellows all the time. And the train in front of us, as a matter of fact, it's a 3-car train, which is unrealistic, because what the Just Trains have accidentally done is they made these class 377s 3-car, some of them, and some of them 4-car, which is unrealistic because they're all 4-car on this section of line in real life. It's a bit unrealistic. I don't really know why they did it. They just did it because probably they're inexperienced with this route, and it's probably just a bit of an issue with editing or creating this scenario when Just Trains did, because this is a Just Trains scenario that comes with the pack. It comes with a few scenarios for basic routes, and when you get this Voyager Advanced pack, which is what this comes in, comes with the Class 220 and the 221, which is the same with the 5-car configuration, except it also has a slightly different bogie. It comes in Cross Country Livery, Virgin Livery. It comes in a strange German livery, in case, for example, Germany wanted to operate the Class 220s, which is unlikely, but they've done it in a German livery and an American livery. And you have scenarios for American routes, German routes, as well as London, Brighton, Great West Main Line, and I believe you may have some on the Riviera, but I can't be sure of that. Right, as you can see, we are now approaching the next signal along the line, and it looks like, yeah, we're chasing this service into Hayward's Heath, which is going to be, so we've really got to watch our speed, because now we're following single aspects. That's just cleared to a double amber, so I think we should be okay. Back in the passenger cab, which is very nice. Someone's phone keeps going off. It's quite annoying. They should have put the passenger view in the quiet zone, because it's quite annoying having this person's phone ringing all the time. Right, let's just see. So I'm just going to slightly bring up the power. As you can see, our unit is 22004. It's quite strange, the numbering of these trains, because, well, the numbering is fine, but when they actually put the numbers, they put it right down at the front guards of the train. They put it right at the front, which makes it quite difficult when you're standing at a platform to differentiate which train you're actually travelling on, so the number of your train. It's quite annoying for a train spotter, but it has to be dealt with. Sorry about that background noise. There's some builders working on a house near here, so it's becoming quite irritating. It's impossible to do a video without getting interrupted by them. Right, my FPS seems to be dropping slightly, so I'm just going to... If you look down at the ground, your FPS increases. If you look up, it drops. Down at the ground, it increases again. I mean, I do like this train though in Train Simulator. They've modelled it very nicely, and as you can see, we've now got a green, so I'm going to give it the beans and accelerate out into Hayward Heath. There's another Class 377. I'm actually going to turn off the wipers because I don't see the point. Well, first of all, if we're coming into a tunnel and the bush just went through us, that's a bit of a glitch with the route, and also because it's not really raining anymore, if you can see. Let me just get a nice flyby shot of Hayward Heath, and as you can see probably on this far platform over here, you'll see the train that we were chasing. Here it is. That's the train we were chasing, and here we come. Stand behind the yellow line, everyone. Stand behind the yellow line. The horn isn't incredible for this train, but it's okay. It will do. It will do for the moment. As you can see, here comes another Southern Class 377, and this one is a 3-car unit, as you can see. As I said, they do make some issues with these, as they're actually only 4-car in real life, but they have bothered to model 3-car for some reason. We'll ignore that. Some of the trains on this route, some of the 377s are 4-car, some are 3-car. It's quite strange, because in real life I believe all the 377s on this part of the route are 4-car, unless I am tragically wrong. If so, someone in the comments will probably let me know. So as I was, no I haven't, no, you're right, this train that we're driving currently has been our most requested train on Train Simulator ever yet. I think we got countless, well not countless, but quite a few requests by viewers to make a scenario for the Class 220 by Just Trains. We got lots of viewers asking that. And you may be thinking, why has he detoured us to this little branch line? Well, this is the branch line that connects the Bluebell Railway, the Bluebell Heritage Railway, to National Rail Network. It's a little known junction here, just north of Hayward Heath, and if we follow that line down, sadly they didn't model it in Train Simulator, but if you follow it all the way down, for quite a while, you will get to the start of the Bluebell line, which is down here. Anyway, we better get back into our train. Right, we're just approaching our 90 limit, which is the limit on this section of track. I mean, it's quite difficult to keep the train at a steady speed because the throttle is slightly in the wrong places slightly. I mean, I'm on around 1 or 2 in the combined traction and brake throttle power. It's quite difficult to keep 90 mile an hour, as this train was designed to go 125, but the maximum speed on this line is 90, as most of the trains that operate on this route can only hit 100 mile an hour, which is the maximum of their speed capability. Right, so basically the aim of this scenario that we're playing now is that it's a kind of scenario to reminisce, can't say that word, reminisce, there we go, about the last time a cross-country Voyager ever ran on this route, because they did used to run 220s down the Brighton and up towards Birmingham New Street, which is where we're heading to today. Sadly, we won't be driving it up there. We'll get another driver to take over at East Croydon. But this scenario is based on the final ever time a 220 ever touched these tracks that we are currently travelling on. As due to low amounts of passengers travelling, they decided to cut it from the cross country route map. It's quite sad because I did used to love seeing all the 220s down here, and now the closest you can really get to them is if you can go up to Reading from where we are. You can go up to Reading and you can see them on the line from there, because they do run from Reading to Birmingham, but sadly they don't run anywhere near Brighton anymore. They terminate at Reading. So that's the closest we can get to them, which is quite far to be honest. But I still miss the times when the 220s were running up and down to and from Brighton, because that is quite a close. Well, it's not too close, but it's a reasonably close station to where we are at Swanage Railway Modeler, at least. We were just speeding for a minute amount of time as we are circumnavigating, is that right? I'll just say it anyway, circumnavigating this corner. Also, a very nice feature of this train is you have the little board, so we're a coach A, as you can see at the top, and you've got a little board, and they have these in real life, and it says, welcome on board. See, the little board over there on the left, coach A, welcome on board, if there wasn't a bridge in the way. That's a very nice feature, and if you go down the train, you get coach B, welcome on board, coach C, and in real life they do actually show where the train's going to, and a few basic facts. So we've got, I believe you've got number, train, coach, destination, next stop, and then obviously the sign below that says welcome on board. Sadly, in Train Simulator for not Dovetail game, sorry, Just Trains haven't bothered to model the next stop, the destination, the duration, or any of the other ones except for coach A and the welcome aboard. As you can see, we're approaching 3 bridges, and just after 3 bridges is our next station, which is Gatwick Airport, and it's the only stop in between Brighton and East Croydon of this train. Now I think I'm going to go up and get a nice flyby shot of 3 bridges when the station loads, when it wants to load. Come on, because we're more than half a mile away. It's taking a little while for the platforms to load, unless they're actually that fluorescent green colour, which I unsuspect. We're on platform 4, and I'm going to see if I can get right up to the speed limit that's required. It's a bit unrealistic to hear the AWS when you're standing on the platform, but that's just something they do, so the driver, when he's watching his train pass, doesn't accidentally head straight through a yellow signal and forget to cancel the AWS and your train goes into emergency. That's just something Just Trains have decided to do, which I think is actually quite a good idea, to be honest. So you don't go watch your trains and rocket past red signals because you can't hear your AWS. That's quite a good idea. Anyway, very shortly, as soon as it comes onto the map pretty much, we're going to have to start slowing down for our next stop on board, which is Gatwick Airport. In fact, I'm just reducing the throttle now, so we'll very, very slowly start bringing our speed down. As you can see, following on the map, we've just passed 3 bridges, and we're about to pass the Gatwick Express sidings, and here they are, the Gatwick Express sidings, and enter Gatwick Airport, platform 4. So now it's on the map, I'm going to start decelerating slowly because I don't want to make it too rough for the passengers on board today. You can almost visualise the announcement going, the next stop will be Gatwick Airport. Anyway, it looks like we've got a double yellow aspect coming down into Gatwick Airport, which probably means the starting signal at Gatwick Airport will be on danger, so we really, really don't want to overshoot it this time. What I mean by this time is we once tried this scenario before, and I did actually overshoot the platform at Gatwick Airport. It's very easy to do. Right, let me just put on a bit more brake and bring us slowly in to a stop, hopefully. Right, I think that's pretty good. We're just coming through 50, and as you can see, there's an Airbus A310, which is, they've actually bothered to model on the London Brighton. I mean, the only aircraft ever apparently landing at Gatwick is an A310, and the airline, which we can take a look at, is Flyplane Airlines, which is slightly more unrealistic, but in fact, as you can probably see, all the aircraft sitting at Gatwick Airport are Airbus A310s, which is a type of aircraft, well, constructed by Airbus, Airbus International, in 1970s, I believe. Right. Getting away from aircraft, which is my second passion, we are now going to have to concentrate on arriving at Gatwick Airport. So the next stop is Gatwick Airport, everyone. Please ensure you keep all your belongings with you when you leave the train. Now we're going to try and stop at the 4-car marker, which I'm tempted to say it's at the... No, it's not. It's right there. The 4-car marker on this platform is right up at the front. I'm probably going to overshoot it. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Actually, I might. No, I don't think I will. I'm tempted to say I won't. I probably have overshot it slightly. There we go. Let's open the doors. We are really seriously on time. We're going to be waiting here for quite a while. I mean, we've slightly gone past the 4-3 car stop, but that's fine. And look at these poorly rendered escalators. That is just appalling, Dovetail. That is quite appalling. Metro Simulator, Metro Simulator can do it better than that. Also, you've got the blurred out platform announcements because they don't want to get it wrong. And look at that. It's very nicely done. I think, at least. Now, we're going to be waiting here for obviously a very long time, so I'm just going to cut out this and come back to you when our doors are about to close and it's ready, time to depart. Right, now we are just waiting for clearance for departure from Gatwick Airport. As you can see, probably, there's a 377 down there, which is just crossed from this platform over here, from platform 5? From platform 5, yeah. It's just crossed over onto our tracks, so we've now got a red... Oh, we can pass the signal, apparently, which is quite strange. But we're just waiting for the doors to close and to be clear for departure from Gatwick Airport. There goes another Airbus A310. Just going to cancel the DSD alarm again. I must comment though on how annoyed I am at Dovetail Games because Metro Simulator, I keep on saying that, can actually, they give you working timetable boards, and that game is free, and they give you working timetable boards. Yes, the graphics aren't incredible, and the trains aren't particularly detailed, and the routes aren't great, and the scenarios aren't great either, but it works. It's a very good game. Dovetail, you pay so many amounts of pounds for this game, and, well, that's the highest quality board you'll see in this game. Some stations don't even have them. I mean, okay, they bothered to... Well, the thing is, they can. What makes it even sadder is that they can do it. Say, please do not leave bags unattended, but they don't. They just decide not to put in the times or anything like that. The times of the trains, and that doesn't make sense to me. And I think they're just trying to cut down on their to-do list, the things they have to do. And I hope and pray that in Train Simulator 2016, when that comes out in a couple of months, they will include these new features. Right, our door should be closed any second now, because we are actually running late. And I'm just checking the signal in front hasn't cleared yet, but we did get approved. Right away, you're over. Next stop, East Croydon, 1507. Right, so we'll be there in about 20 minutes. Oh, that's just silly, isn't it? Down to neutral, cancel, back to forward. I've just put it into the wrong put it into the wrong gear. So let me just now put it into forward and just start accelerating out. As we're running slightly late, very late make that, I'm going to accelerate quite rapidly out of the station as not to be late. And we did get approved earlier, so that's fine, I hope. No, the guard also said right away, so I think we should be fine. Yep, we're all good. Anyway, right. Okay, I'm just checking we've got the sunflower board, so... And we're not chasing aspects though, don't worry. I should have given the signal to the guards. I'm a bit late at doing that. I am a fan though of the 220's horn. I quite like it, and the fact it's different in the cab than it is in the exterior outside the train. That's what I quite like. It's a bit weird that in the passenger view they can hear it in the very loudly. I don't understand why you can hear it the same amount of noise in the passenger view as you can in the driver's view, despite the fact you're in coach C and the driver's in coach A. That just doesn't make sense, but we're gonna have to live with it for the moment until they make a new Voyager Advance, which they probably won't for a long time. I don't think they might make an upgrade pack, because some of the features are beginning to get a bit more outdated than others are. They hopefully at least will improve on that at some point. That alarm goes off about every 2 minutes. It's quite distracting. But then again, it's to check driver vigilance. That's something I can't say very well. Driver vigilance. Right, so what else do we have in the cab? Not much. I mean, I've gone through so much. They've got the door locks, which I don't want to touch at all. It's a bit annoying. You can't. There's a pad down there which you can press in real life to cancel the DSD, but you can't in the you can't on Train Simulator, which is quite annoying. Brake demand, temporary isolation fault, train stop override. Emergency stop. I seriously don't want to press that. And we're speeding again. Right, that's not too good. That's not a good start, is it? Oh, that's typical. 91 mile an hour. There we go. Right, we've got greens. We're all good. We're actually our time is decreasing. Sorry. Quickly. So now, when we started, our estimated time of arrival was 15:11, and now it's 15:08. So we've really picked up speed. So that's good. This is a station I've never seen before on this route, as a matter of fact. What is this? I've probably heard of it. Salfords. Or Salfords. I've never actually been here before. I've never been to a few of these. I've been to most of the stations on this part of the line, but I haven't been to some of the stations like Salfords, which is only local services stop there. Here's another of my annoying 3-car trains. Annoying 3-car class 377s, when I hope and pray they should be 4. It's quite annoying. Also, it looks like roads... This is the area around Salfords where roads don't apply to normal rules, as you can see by this classic example of a road vanishing into a hillside. So that is not a very good start, Train Simulator. This route though is Train Simulator 2013 age, and I think quite a few of these routes need an update sometime soon, which is why I'm really pleased about Train Simulator 2016, provided it's good. Delta Games, we really don't want another piece of awful software, overpriced, not high quality. But I think I've got faith in them. I'm hoping for a very nice new game to freshen up the Rail Simulator look. And I do hope that they carry out my wish. Oh gosh, we're going a bit fast, aren't we? Oh! Lag is going a bit crazy now. Now this is a bit of the track around here that I don't understand. Why it kind of... Okay, let me just put on some brake. 20% brake is doing absolutely nothing 31% brake is doing more, but that's a bit useless. And we've got a 90 now as well. But that's weird. How we got 2-track and then it joins on again to the main piece of track. It's quite strange. In fact, I hope we're going the right way. Are we going the right way? Yeah. Okay. We're going the right way. It's a bit of a scenery issue over there. There's not much. Anyway, let's just accelerate up again to the 90 limit, which we have. The scenery actually around here isn't half bad, to be honest. I mean, I quite like this. Look, the building site with the old skips. Toto. Wonder if that's some advertising for the band Toto. I'm not entirely sure. Someone obviously loved the band Toto. Anyone who's not heard of Toto, well, they were kind of a band in the 70s, 80s, who made some good songs, some bad songs. It depends on your taste. But anyway, I don't know why I'm doing advertising for them. Meaningless advertising for Toto. I shouldn't be. And if you want to have a look at some of their videos, you can. But I don't want to do too much advertising because I wasn't asked to do it. There goes our 220. Our last ever 220 on this route, and I'm driving it. That's quite a strong feeling inside you, knowing that, well, I know it's not real, but you're driving the last of a kind, even if it's in Train Simulator. Okay, right. I have had it with this phone. Well, no one answer it already. This is why I want a passenger view in the quiet coach, so I don't get these annoying noises. Also, you get some people coughing at some point. Okay, it's quite distracting, isn't it? Oh no, don't want to go too slow. Okay, 22% power. That should keep us going. I love the NRM radio test call, and you get them on all Just Trains services at the moment. All Just Trains advanced packs get these, if they can, at least, if they're part of the actual train in real life. They do get NRM radio test calls, which I absolutely adore because I just love it. It's just so cool. What would be even better if you could record your own NRN radio test and then replay your own, but that is for the future. That's an idea for the future. As you can see, I believe we're actually going over the slow lines, so that what happens is, this is the process with the fast lines. What happens is the fast lines go down and they go on the other side of the slow lines, because previously the slow lines were on the left side, the 2 tracks on the left, and the fast lines were the 2 tracks on the right. Now they've had to switch it round for the approach into Croydon, because the fast tracks are now we're on the left and slow tracks on the right. I don't know why they did that. It's similar to actually at Wimbledon, which is my local station, or kind of a local national rail station at least. And what they've done, if you've got an overpass where the slow line trains coming into London can cross over fast trains and join with the other slow trains. So the slow lines are on the far left and the fast tracks are on the far right. So it's a kind of cool idea, and it looks really cool because on the roads by our house you can just look out of the window and see the trains crossing over on these overpasses built in the 1960s, because before the overpass, basically around Wimbledon, before they had the overpass, all the trains had to cross over lots of points, and that caused lots of disruption and delay. So they had to think of an idea. In the 1960s they came up with the overpass idea, which was a very good idea, and I believe it was one of a kind, actually. You don't get many like that at all, because you get slow trains running about 10-15 metres above fast trains for about half a mile. Also, it'd be cool if Dovetail Games would, because they've got all the trains on the route, or all the trains they really need on the route, except for the Class 458 Junipers. They need those. But other than that, they've pretty much got all the trains they need on the route between Waterloo, London Waterloo, that is, and Woking, because they've got it from Woking to Portsmouth, but they haven't got it from London Waterloo to Woking, and I think that would be a really cool route, especially because it would pass through my local National Rail station. That would be really good. But then again, Train Simulator 2016, it probably won't come out in Train Simulator 2015 unless Dovetail Games have a kind of spur of the moment type thing, and they decide to go all round crazy with their DLC, which is unlikely knowing Dovetail Games. But unless they do that, it probably won't come out in Train Simulator 2015, and maybe not ever. But all I'm saying is if it does come out, it's an immediate buy for me, and I am doing a video on it, as I said, immediately, because who wouldn't? Who in Wimbledon who likes trains wouldn't do a video like that? Okay, that's weird. Okay, we've got a Southeastern Class 375, which is overwhelmingly unexpected, I must say. They don't operate on this type of... They don't operate on this route. It's actually Southeastern unbranded. That is weird. That is really, really weird. Also, we've got to slow down for 60 as we're coming into East Croydon, but that is so strange. I've never seen Southeast on this route. I think that's probably another issue with the AI, artificial intelligence on this scenario. It's not incredible. As we just slow down for our 60, we've got East Croydon in view. The speed coming into East Croydon is a 45 mile an hour, and that occurs just before we approach the points, or the changing of tracks into the right platform for East Croydon Station. So we're just crossing through 55 mile an hour as the game lags itself out. No, there we go. I'm going to put it on pretty much -4 braking, so I want it to brake but very slowly as we have a 45 soon. I must say though, I like the passenger view. I also like the idea that they've actually modeled it right in the centre of the carriage with a baggage rack, which of course you've got the overhead lockers, like an aircraft, or not lockers but overhead compartments for your bags, and you've also got the little compartment down here where you can put your bags in. It's located in the centre of the train, and it is in real life. That's a cool feature. It is actually there in real life. So everyone, we're nearing the end of this incredible scenario where we drive the last ever 220 ever. That was weird. And we're just approaching East Croydon Station now. So basically the idea here is that the trains continue off East Croydon and head up. I'm not sure which route they did actually head up from, but they continued up towards Reading, and then from Reading they went up to Birmingham New Street, where they terminated where the services terminated. Right, I've got a single yellow, so the platform starting signal will be at danger, but that's normal at the moment. Right, I can see the 4-car stop is there, and I want to get it there. I want to stop on the 4-car stop, or at least reasonably close to it. I mean, I probably won't. As you can see, I've overshot that, so well done me. I've also slightly overshot the 6-car stop, but that's fine. Don't worry, it's the last train on the route. I'm going to make it a very nice, gentle stop for the passengers. Not meaningful acceleration there, that was an accident. Look at this. Slow, gentle, very gentle stop for the passengers, I must say. And there we go. Okay, that's a... Sorry about that, everyone. That's quite strange. Oh, that was great. That was really nice. There we go. The doors are open now. The doors are open. So thank you all for watching this final ever, well, Class 220 on the London Brighton, in Train Simulator terms at least. This was about 2012 when this happened in real life, and I'm slightly slightly misinterpreted the date, but other than that, that is cool. Oh look, there's that Southeastern train again. What is it doing here? It's in the complete wrong area. Anyway, we'll ignore that. We've arrived on time, everyone. Thank you all ever so much for watching the most requested Train Simulator video we have ever done on Train Simulator with the Class 220 by Just Trains. Thank you all for watching, and see you all soon. Goodbye.